When the show by Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith winced at leak, you better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night, 'cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place.
Hey, good morning. Your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. And I have to say, Odie, you can't do that again, what you just done.
Well, you know, they say it's contagious, and I said, let me go ahead and get it out before the cameras come on.
He yawned, and then I had to yawn. Stop it.
And if y'all have saw it, somebody out there would have yawned too.
I really don't understand
I don't either.
how that works, but it is just like that. It's just, you go to a doctor's office and see how many, it's like...
Yeah, you better be playing a game or something, or you'll get tired while you're in there. It's terrible.
I almost feel like we've been cheated out of several hours worth of sleep. That was...
Yeah.
It was Friday, and I was going to go see what was happening in town, and then whoop is Monday.
Well, I don't use near as much as you do, but I started out with a full tank of fuel.
I blew through a tank just in one day. When it's busy, that happens. I have gone from every inch of this county and into other counties this weekend, chasing things that have gone on that go thump in the middle of the afternoon, I guess, so to speak. And we got stories to tell about a lot of those things that went on. Some are good, some are a little sad, but we have to tell all that has gone on. So that's coming up this morning there. Let's see.
Karina,
What's she got to say?
Long family, real long story short down. I don't know that part of the Barrett family. Daddy kind of held a grudge on some of them. Nothing to do with them. It was more his dad that he had, and he kind of held it on his dad. But yeah, all the Barretts are kin.
Whether you want to admit it or
whether
not.
you want to admit it or not. All the Barretts in the United States are kin. There was 3 original Barretts that came over from Ireland, and one came to Mississippi, one to stayed in South Carolina, one went to Texas, and then they spread from there. One of the brothers who came over originally is buried in the Barrett Cemetery right north of Philadelphia.
It's BJ. We all know that. He's selling scopes.
Now, that's my old cuz there.
One thing I wanted
somebody's got to accept it.
I wanted to bring up, y'all had to go out into the darkness last night to try to help someone. And let's bring this to light. I think people need to, because you don't think about it. I know where mine is because I dug it. It's the only reason with a shovel.
We had to go assist a resident with a water leak and assist them in cutting their water off at the meter, and to look and make sure you know where your water meters are. They're generally in a particular area, but they could be
black
offset,
box,
little black box, 9-inch by 12-inch, something like that. But you need you a good wrench or T-handle to cut that water off. But now that a lot of places are going to these automatic meter readers where it's all electronic, you don't have to physically open that box anymore. Grass has gradually grown over that box, and then you mow it and it looks just like it's
part of the yard.
Grass. And if you don't know where your box is, or you don't weed eat that box, so you'll always know, it might be tough to find. But go out there and look and make sure you know where your water meter is, your access to cut water off. Some places have a shut off at the house and doesn't have to go to the meter.
When we built our house, one of that new thing, the PEX, you can turn off any room or anything that you want from a panel. It's like, well, this room doesn't need water. Yep. And used to the houses had them underneath the sink. Some had shut off valves, some didn't. But it can be a real mess when you've got water flowing in your house. Now, another thing we need to bring up, when you find that box, be careful. Use a shovel, because there could be a snake down inside.
Yeah, don't just reach down in that dude.
Because also, your next thing that you want to be very careful with this time of year is your gas tank outside, your propane. That wasp nest are prone to be in there.
You open that lid.
So
Yikes,
watch
we've
those
all
two
done it.
things.
Yeah.
Those snaky critters scare me, folks.
Here's something, and that just made me think of something else. If you're out in the woods and you get lost or get turned around
Yeah.
or something's happening, and the next thing you know, you're trying to call for help, and your phone is almost dead. Battery's fixing to knock out, and you're not going to have any way to communicate. Simply change your voicemail to, hey, this is Odie. This is July 20th, 7:06 in the morning. I'm broke down. I'm lost. This is where I'm at. I'm going to either stay with my vehicle or I'm going to walk this way towards a gas station or towards something. But leave a voicemail that leaves your place, your direction of travel if you're going to go somewhere.
See, that makes me want to ask you a question, Odie. It's been 10 years since I adjusted my voicemail. Where do you find where you change your voicemail?
No, that's a good question. I think you call yourself.
I don't know how to do that anymore. It was, when I first set the phone up, I'd done that. Where's an expert? We need somebody that's under the age of 25 to come in here and show us.
That's a good, but I think you call your own phone number.
Context.
Then you may have to remember a code.
It ain't looking good for you if you're stranded and your battery's going down. Voicemail. Oh, there it is. It says greeting in the right-hand corner where you go to check your voicemail.
Yeah, okay.
And then you tap that and you'll change it.
Thump, thump, thump. See, we do know something.
Hey, I got a missed call from Jimmy Nowell.
Uh-oh.
Ah. Yeah, I missed that one.
That ain't the only missed call you got.
It's pretty bad. 110 missed calls this weekend.
Yeah.
That's what it says, really. So we're trying to
If
work
y'all
on.
want him, you'll have to text him, and he still doesn't have time to check them. But Facebook Messenger or email, because it's not just him. Somebody can see that.
We got a lot of
besides
people
him.
helping with that.
So,
and we
yeah.
appreciate every message that is sent. We do. And we try to get to as many things as we can. But that is, Brian said, that is solid advice. And that is good. Now that I know how to change my...
It's something you don't really think about. But when you know your phone's fixing to cut out on you, go ahead. Well, I mean, you've got the key to it. So if you just get on there and change your voicemail and give them information of where you are, where you're going to go, what time it is, and all that, you got to now remember to change that dude back once you get rescued.
Yeah, it would be good. Brian said that was solid advice, and Brian McCary, we got to give him kudos for going out in the rain and chasing the goat that was loose in the city limits the other night. He rounded that rascal up and got him back into the catch. And I was talking, he goes, "You failed to tell me it was raining." I was like, whoops.
No, Brian, he got called out. Him and his team, they got called out to a snake in someone's house.
Uh-oh.
And they called back on the radio, "Central, be advised, the snake has been detained." Brian, thank you for what you've done down there at the Meridian Animal Shelter.
Oh, the man
You've done
cares.
an awesome job down there, and what you're doing is really making a difference, and we appreciate
And Brian,
it.
you're welcome to come into the show now that city employees are allowed to speak to the Scotty Ray Report. You're more than welcome to come in and be a part of our guest and inform the public. Because there are so many things that goes on in our city that we need to know about that, well, you weren't allowed to know before. It's amazing how this works. But we'd love to invite Brian on to talk about the town.
I think we're gonna get on that because that's been asked for a few days, and we'll get on to that in the program. He's got it lined up. So Elizabeth, just hold on, and we'll get just that much more information.
Yep. Up and coming with Scotty Ray and Odie.
Hi, this is Nick at Doc's Toyota, and we are excited to put you in a new Toyota today. We have no dealer markup, no hidden fees, no hassle, and our inventory is always priced to move. Our top-notch sales department and first-class service after the sale guarantees you a fast and comfortable buying experience like you've never had. So come see why month after month, more and more customers have chose to buy from Doc's Toyota. So come see us here at Doc's Toyota in Philadelphia at docstoyota.com or on Facebook. And remember, there's no deal like a Doc's deal.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
Spring is here. It's time to get your lawn looking its best with Kubota mowers. Parish Tractor's Kubota Z232 KW42 is the perfect mower for a pristine lawn. And now, you can own one with payments as low as $95 a month. Visit Parish Tractor today and take advantage of this amazing offer. 2.99% APR financing now through 6/30/25. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information.
More than a tractor store.
Again, we want to remind you of the hot extreme weather we're going to have today. Right now it's 77, which is mighty warm for 7 a.m. But we're going to be getting up to about 97. We should have that heat index of 104 before it's all said and done. Remember, if because I know you go to a lot of scenes, it might be time to remind you to put some ice in your cooler.
Put the ice in the cooler and but drink water.
Yeah, have plenty of that available.
Yes. It's tough. We went to one and we had already been on a couple of scenes and ran out of water.
Oh boy.
And that was tough. And one of the truck drivers, he came up and he was like, "Man, you have any water?" I said, "No." I said, "We didn't refill our thing after this last wreck and didn't have time really." And so we were leaving and I went by the store and got some water, took back to him. I said, "Here," and he was like, "Man, thank you." And I said, "I just couldn't let you sit here any longer out in the sun."
It's rough when you want something like that.
Yeah, boy.
Over the weekend, we had a drive-by shooting. Oh, yes, it happened. Ooh. This would be in the county on Gene Carr Road. As we look at this, a person in a drive-by shooting was injured, Odie. They were sitting on the porch as someone drove by, shot rounds. A vehicle was hit. And the person, now I wasn't there, but from my understanding, was struck maybe in the rear end area. They're going to be okay.
Oh, well, he'll get some ice cream on him.
It was just like Forrest.
Yeah, Forrest. Lieutenant Dan got some ice cream.
You sound way too much like him. You scare me, Odie. So if you happen to know or have any information about someone that may have been hanging out the window of a car with a couple guns and you saw something on Gene Carr Road, please call the Sheriff's Department. They'd love to talk with you. They're probably going to be back out in that area this morning, probably doing some investigative work there and dealing with this. So that's what we know about that at this point. No serious injury, but an injury wouldn't be nice to be.
I don't want to get shot in my booty.
I wouldn't either, by any means.
I'm not getting tired and can't sit down.
That's right.
Oh.
We had it was more than a fender bender yesterday afternoon on Highway 39. Now, Odie, this is the scary part, is when you arrive on these scenes and you discover a child is involved in this. It was a 1-month-old baby involved in the wreck, but in a car seat, all was good. The car did roll. And they were okay as we go here to take a look here. And there's several videos here, and we'll look at this. Let me back this up. As we start this, you'll see we got the fire engine there. This car was involved. It was 3 cars involved total as we pan around. U.S. Post Office. And then this would be the car that got rolled right here.
Wow, but the child is fine and properly secured in the baby seat.
And that was very fortunate for it to end up that way. And then this is the third car, this gray car that was involved up here. Now let's just kind of go through these different pictures here. That's a scene of the car still shot. As you can see, all the airbags. And I want to say, the mom come up to me and one of them said that car was 1 month old. The car itself also was a month. They'd just gotten it. And that becomes a total loss. And then this car injured. But at the end of the day, we can say that no serious injury, and that is the good news of that accident. And for some reason, that happens in that area a whole lot there. That's going to be right near the Meridian Little Theater, the Preserve, and then the apartments right next to it. So it's a lot
That's
of
tough.
stopping and turning in that area.
Good morning, Bill. Said, let's
Bill?
go find a boat motor. That's training.
That's training. Odie's been diving for boat motors. Throw it off in the creek.
It's here. And, well, let's go find it. So, as much training as we can get. Our dive team really does spend a lot of time training. We've got to.
That's right.
Close your eyes, go in a dark room, and then put a pair of sunglasses on. That's what we see underwater.
It's kind of like a blind date.
Yeah, you don't know what the outcome of that's going to be either.
I got a call from, which is always good in Neshoba County. Y'all need to be thankful. I got a call at 1 a.m. from Eric Clark. And he goes, I got a car upside down.
You wake me up at 1, I'm going to wake you up at 1.
He returns the favors. The car went off in the ditch. It was squalling of tires. And here's what we got. No serious injury, though. Look at that. Can't buff that one out either.
No. You got to get all that stuff back inside of it.
So that was one of the things that happened this weekend in a neighboring county there, Neshoba County, with an accident. That would happen on County Road 341 and 418 there at the intersection, and it just kind of went on out of control there. So, but fortunately, again, nothing bad. Now, I was en route to I ended up going somewhere else, because I just didn't have time to fit it all in. There was a report, and no one was injured that I'm aware of, but the police showed up in Meridian, 33rd Avenue and 18th Street. Motorcycle sitting in the middle of the street in a helmet. And for whatever reason, the guy walked off from the scene of the accident, and I was in...
Probably dazed and confused.
Yeah. So that happened over the week. I'm just not... There's a lot of you that love that motorcycle stuff. Me? I'm precautious when it comes to that. You got to wear a lot of. Does the leather actually protect you if you go sliding?
Yes. If you don't have that leather, you will get strawberries. That's just the way it's going to be. But the leather, it will do that and protect you. And definitely helmet, even if the state law says you don't have to wear one, wear something. It's a turtle shell something.
It's the same thing like a tornado, but most injuries you die from is a head injury.
Yeah, and that's a surefire way to leave early is not wear a helmet. And you may be able to drive a motorcycle great because it's not you. It's the people that claim they don't see you is the problem. And love all my motorcycle friends to death and don't want to see none of them get hurt. So.
Now, Odie, and I've just never had this next incident happen. Clarkdale Volunteer Fire Department had to head out this weekend. And the call came in as there's someone with their hand stuck. And I thought, that ain't no big deal. That's, how many times you dropped your cell phone in between the seat and you go to reach for it and it's kind of tight and you pull your hand out. Woof.
But when your ring gets stuck in the track that the seat goes in...
Odie, and bless her heart, she remained calm all during that. And they were terrified because, the first thought was when I got there, I said, well, y'all unbolt the seat. Because that was it. The problem with unbolting the seat was you could get to the bolts, and if you've ever dealt with a car, we all know you got to move it forward to get the two in the back seat.
And you can't do it because she's stuck in the track.
Right. Again, she remained. So they ended up tearing out the console of the car, and they undone the front there and prized her hand out. When her hand first went in, it got pinched, and then her hand started swelling, which made it that much harder to get out. So just as and her husband, bless his heart, he was sweating it through it. But somehow or another, I feel that it's going to be his fault today.
But it was his fault. He should have caught the phone before it fell.
They were extremely nice people. And that's just one of those things of who would have thunk it. That little segment is.
Yeah.
Of how could this happen?
And you sit there going, okay, we got to regroup and rethink. How are we going to... Because the last thing you want to do is hurt her.
Right.
Or hurt her jewelry.
But a big thank you to Clarkdale for jumping on that. And again, they had a bunch of supplies on the truck. And I learned something new almost at every scene of being around firefighters and paramedics of the tools that are needed. It's just one of those once in a lifetime, but you need it on a fire truck in case there's ever that instance of saving someone's life.
Yeah.
Woof. And I'll tell you about one of those next. We got a pretty big one that, we need your prayers on this one. And we'll tell you about it. Odie and I were there that was Saturday night, wasn't it?
That was Saturday night. Yep.
We'll tell you about that next as we get this morning started. American Portable Buildings not only has buildings, but they also have trailers. They're budget-friendly, zero down, no credit check. Come take advantage of these savings today. Take a look at all they have to offer. If it's a trailer you need, they have them from 12-foot to 16-foot to 18-foot, even car haulers. If you're tired of having to borrow a trailer every time you need one, see them today. Call 601-693-6200 or drop by for a visit at 4838 Old Homestead Road in Meridian. Grass cutting season is here, and if you need a new lawnmower, drop in and visit our friends at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have size yard you have. Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Visit our friends at Freeman Tractor, Highway 494. Rockhouse Gun and Pound, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun and Pawn. That means we got to talk
That's
again.
us again. Hey.
A few clouds. Dean Harper, former police officer of Meridian Police Department, sent us a picture this weekend. Rather, that's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Look at that bunch of clouds there.
Oh, Dino. He's probably up working hard this morning already at 7:23.
He's up and at 'em, you think? We had this sent in from Victoria. This was Brandon, Mississippi. Look at that, them clouds, right? They're cutting across that subdivision. And we get a lot of things from the Jackson, Brandon area. They are.
I don't have news either.
I've been trying to expand Odie into just camping out in Brandon for each weekend there.
We need a few more reporters from that area.
We had someone lose their phone this weekend, and it was found. I thought we'd show that. We get those found. Somebody found it in Meridian High School, and we got it back to them. And I say that, I brought that up in case you ever run up on something that belongs to somebody else. We'll be glad to make a post of that so they can get it back. There ain't nothing worse than what a phone's cost now, $1,500.
Oh yeah, that's like, I don't know if it's still on there or not. But yeah, if you look on the background, however you can, well, that is anyway. That's my boarding pass for the ship. That's got my room number and all that stuff on there. So if I was to lose my phone, it's got my room number right there on the front, so you can actually know where to bring this.
When did you go on that trip?
This was April 14th.
Well, don't you think you ought to update it to your home address? Where they
should. I don't want them to know where I live. Bring it to 911.
But that's not a bad idea. But most people put pictures of their loved one as their screensaver. I got a picture of a deer on mine. That's what I got to see.
You got him in here.
I know, but he was big.
And
it was the once in a lifetime. I'll probably never kill anything like that again. So I had
you ain't got time.
That's
Can't
true.
Even leave the city.
Angie was asking me that last night. When are you gonna go on a trip with us? Well, I don't have an answer for that. I told her
Did she want you on a trip? Or
she probably
asked
she
you
was
because
being
she
nice.
knew that you wasn't gonna go.
You couldn't go. It's like, do you want the last piece of chicken? No, you have it.
Go for it.
Hey, we need to say congratulations to the 12-year-olds. They won the regional championship there in Monroe, Louisiana. Congratulations there.
That's pretty cool.
We had a bunch of youngsters this weekend. Let me see what else we got here. Look at there.
I want to say, a friend of mine. I'm going
Babe
to pull
Ruth.
that up and see if that's not who I think it is. That looks like
You mean-
Carter King on that ball team.
This one right here? That picture?
Yeah. He'd be number 8.
I don't see number 8.
I think no. Let me take that back. That was that's a little Rutledge. That Kyle Rutledge's son's on that team too.
Oh, is it? Okay, well,
Yeah.
congratulations.
All right, if I'm not mistaken, what got me is I think he's 13,
Okay.
and I can't see the whole number on here. It is. Well, what got me was on that picture was him with glasses, and he wears sunglasses 24/7. So Carter King, congratulations, and Kyle Rutledge's son looks like he's on he's on that team too.
As I was out and about this weekend, and I really thought that more people would catch the meaning of this picture. I go from neighborhood to neighborhood to neighborhood, and I got out my truck out in Collinsville area this weekend. I had some kids stop and say, "Hey, Scotty Ray!" They come up and they were talking to me, and this is what I saw. How often do you see kids being kids riding bicycles?
Well, now them don't look like the bicycles like what we have.
Well, they've changed a little bit through the years.
I don't
They're
think
not
they have
S&H green stamp bicycles anymore.
Well, I don't think they have to pedal them as hard as we had to pedal ours.
But the point of this is of kids being kids on bikes doing things outside.
No video games in their hand.
And you don't see that very often. So it really struck a chord with me. I thought, I need a picture of that.
That is to see them out and about in the neighborhood and going up and down the road, having fun. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, I hadn't got it handy, but as I saw Judge T out this week, he had a hot dog in his hand. I took a picture of that. I should have posted that. Judge T.
Just one hot dog.
Just one hot dog. That man loves hot dogs.
Did you get it from Sam's?
He gets pizza from there.
Pizza from Sam's.
One slice.
Parks right up front. It's still warm by the time he makes it back outside.
They know him by name.
Oh, man.
As we get into a few other stories, and Odie, let's go back and talk about Twitly Branch. Now, there is a lot that is unknown at this point, and here's the story. I'm going to read you what we've got from the Sheriff's Department. And as I turn this on, this is the sign out there of where the incident happened this weekend. Here's the entrance to this. Now, this is an update from Sheriff Ward Calhoun as I posted this yesterday afternoon when he and I talked. He put, it has been brought to his attention that there are several questions being asked in regard to the incident that occurred last night, Saturday night, at Twitly Branch Campground. Below is some additional information. When deputies arrived on the scene, they secured it. They assisted Metro ambulance personnel, identified the involved parties, gathered evidence, which included videos and pictures, and started the necessary reports to document the incident. In order for law enforcement officers to arrest an individual, they have to have a warrant, witness, or crime occur in the presence, or have probable cause to believe that a crime has been committed. There are limited exceptions, like domestic violence and domestic protection order violations, based upon the facts known at the time no arrests were made. And again, sometimes you can go up to say they done this, and if a police officer didn't see it, they've got to have proof so of that.
Or that person has to go and actually file an affidavit. Then the law enforcement can go pick them up. But like you said, I mean, they actually have to see it or have really, really good reason to believe that it did happen or video proof that it happened.
Now, what we know, and again, all of this is early preliminary things, all of this can change before it's all said and done after the investigation begins. But I believe he's 70, 71, 72, has a head injury. He was involved in some form of an altercation with either 2 to 3 individuals at Twitly Branch. He's currently in a hospital. We do not know. I can't tell you for sure. I know this happened. So we've got to wait to find out what the Sheriff's Department unveils on this. Now, if you want to know more about this, there's lots and lots of comments in this. As of now, there's almost 500 comments dealing with this. So if you want to, you can read into this, and maybe you know some of the people that have made comments that were there, and it'll give you an insight. Now, again, at this point, officially, we haven't gotten the determination of what happened and how he was hurt. Several different stories here, and I say the word story. I'm not saying that somebody's not telling the truth. I'm just saying that's what is there, and we'll find all of this out as this investigation continues. And they'll probably get on this probably bright and early today at the Sheriff's Department, because it is a big concern of the community. There's lots of talk on this one.
Retired bus driver from West Lauderdale. Okay. I know some gardeners. Got to be somebody that I know.
Yeah. His last name is Gardner, Mr. Gardner. Good man is what everybody's saying. And I want to say,
This is Sandy, his wife. He is resting and still in Jackson, improving. So our prayers are with you, Miss Sandy. Thank you for keeping us up to date on that. And hopefully he gets out of there and comes back home soon. So tell him we're thinking about him.
And again, it was some form of an altercation. And Sandy, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't he work there also as somebody that works the gate? I believe at Twitly Branch. I think so. So that's where we are. And Terry said they've put him on their prayer list at church, and he does need a lot of prayer.
Yes.
A scary, scary situation to be involved in something like this.
Yep.
And whatever the outcome is, we're going to get this to you as quickly as we get this from the Sheriff's Department. Again, the investigation begins today.
Yes, they are gate attendants.
And put this back up there where you can see this. Let me blow this up. This would be where they're stationed as you turn in there. And it's like a checkpoint when you go in and out of somewhere. That's what they do for a living. And we appreciate what they do there. Now, again, we hope to get the rest of the story. I've heard several ones that I don't know all the details. When that happened, I thought it was just an argument, is why I didn't go to it. I didn't think it was that big of a deal that night. I was aware of it. I was in Lauderdale at the railroad tracks.
You was over where I was.
Yeah.
Rick. Yeah.
And so I didn't go to it because I just didn't realize the severity of what was going on. Had I known that, I would have went on with that. And I thought it was just a disagreement with somebody.
Well, I'm
obviously
sure
much more.
Sheriff is probably when everything's compiled and done. I'm sure Sheriff's probably do a press release on this, and
yes, he will.
He's always getting out and saying this is what happened, and I foresee that coming when this investigation's done.
And Sandy thanking everyone for the prayers for her husband. Hospitals just ain't fun. We have. I'm not being ugly, but let me ask a question here, because what I'm about to ask is I don't know the answer to it. This is just sitting back watching here. There was a point in time to where you didn't get taken out of Meridian, Mississippi to another hospital unless it was some kind of ferociously bad episode. And now
really didn't even go then. We took care of everything in house. Right.
There's 2 to 3 people of incidents that happened this weekend that were flown to Jackson. Are we doing less in Meridian at our hospitals is what my question is. Are we doing less and they're having to go to a larger town to where medical was one of our biggest industries in the Meridian area for a long, long time?
And still, I believe it is our top employer in this area. But we don't have the doctors that specialize in all these different areas. You know, Rush forever was nationally known for orthopedics.
Yes, sir.
I mean, that was key around this entire country, was orthopedics at Rush Hospital. And you can see when it was sold to your business conglomerates, that's when everything kind of went downhill. When you had these different groups come in and buy everything.
We have
out.
no local anymore, do we?
Nothing local now.
What was the one that went out of business?
Riley.
Riley is gone. Then we used to have one on Highway 39 also where the Weems place is now. I forget what the name of that was.
St.
You know what I'm talking about there, don't you?
Yeah.
That's gone.
That's gone. Then, of course, now where the softball field is, Matty Hersey.
Oh.
You know, that was a big one. That was where
if you couldn't afford,
if you didn't have insurance, you went there, and that was training. That was your doctors who went to school and still owed money on their
and that's where they
tab.
trained.
They went there and kind of paid back. It was a hospital, but it was paid for by the state, and then your hospitals operated off of insurance. St. Joseph Hospital on 39. Thank you, Monet. That just
everybody knew that.
Go downhill. Yeah, well, Ricky, Rhonda, everybody.
Oh, even Shirley with no makeup knew.
That one. But that is something that I've seen go downhill is our ability to have the doctors. Now I do we not have the money to hire specialists and keep that many here when you have other facilities? Of course, you got Baptist Hospital bought Anderson's. Well, if Baptist has all their money and everything they need in their big hospital in Jackson, would you need anything more than a Band-Aid station and bring them to where you've already got everybody hired instead of bringing in more people here?
But I know in an emergency situation, 90 miles is a long, long way. And we all know, because I even took out the insurance for a helicopter.
And do that.
How much is that? $20,000 a ride? Minimum?
No,
more?
60.
60. Okay, y'all think about that. If you had to be flown, how could you pay for that bill?
And get them. I mean, look at them up on Facebook or Google One, PHI and Air Care, and you can get both of these insurances for everybody in your household for less than $200 a year.
Now, I also know this, and I will pass this along to you as we're talking about being flighted out of Meridian, because 90 miles is a long way when you are in a life-threatening situation.
That's right.
Helicopters are fast, but we had someone injured this weekend. A helicopter was called, and they said, can't come. The weather is not going to permit us. They called another. Nope, can't do it. Had 3, so the only way to do that is by ambulance from Meridian, Mississippi to Jackson, which last I checked, in an ambulance, that's going to take you right at an hour going down the highway.
Because you're giving care back here, and first and foremost, you got to get to the hospital. So, you're going to drive a little faster. You're going to have your lights on. But you're not going to sit there and just floor it.
And it's bump.
It's bump, and then you've got a patient to take care of. Our old buddy, Ben, a.k.a. the Mexican, he had to be took by an ambulance after he had broke his back. And they had to take it nice and smooth because he couldn't jaw.
Couldn't handle it. $55,000 for a flight to Jackson.
And that's all it is a flight. They didn't do work on you.
And as Terry says, it's a level 1 trauma center in Jackson. So why don't we can we not afford that in the Meridian? I don't know the answer here.
And I think that's the biggest one. One hospital neither one of them can really do it. But instead of doing something together,
they're separate companies, so they won't do that. But
that's sad. But yeah.
So anyway, a question that I don't have the answer for is basically what that is, and I thought I should ask it, make you ponder and wonder about that. I just remember as a kid, it was just a rarity that anybody was taken out of town. It was just such a big thing for us. So we'll be right back in a moment as we continue of what went on.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
Hi folks, Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
All right, then gone to picking on Paul Brown his shirt.
Yeah, well, he was a working man.
We were. He was in the middle of something when we filmed that commercial. Time for you, and they
got American taxpayers too, don't they?
That's right. That's right. This could happen to any of us, and let me explain this. We got reports of a tractor accident this weekend, and what would happen? You're bush hogging, you're going along, and you get into wasp, hornet, yellow jackets, and they're popping you, and you bail off the tractor. Problem would be is the tractor hitting you, and that's what happened. As we had here as we go to the story this morning, this would involve out on if I remember right, Morgan Road. Yep. Right here. Here's Fairchild Road. It was just to the left of there, and I put a graphic up just because of the nature of what was involved with this. Serious injury, also taken to Jackson, Mississippi for critical wound, and we do hope they're recovering, but Odie, that one just really scares me because we've all driven tractors, and it can happen at the blink of an eye.
In a heartbeat.
You go underneath a limb, that cage up top hits the limb. There's some hornet's nest.
And the hornet nest falls in your lap. What you think you gonna do?
It ain't pretty. Oof. So keep this gentleman in your thoughts and your prayers as you go about your days. That's a bad place to be.
Karen, you said we do have some wonderful health care professionals. We do, and we're not knocking who we have here. We do have some of the best doctors, nurses that we have in our area. We just, the system itself, and for whatever reason, that's what we need to see if we can fix. We used to have 3 of the top hospitals in the southeast United States, but we still have some. I'm friends with a lot of nurses, and talking about caring from the heart, some of them care for every single patient they deal with, from hospice all the way up, and we do have some great people.
Just tell Anderson's is a level 3 trauma center, and someone said we have a level 1 in Jackson.
In Jackson, UMMC, and I had a birthday with Dr. Andy Anderson, and he is the ER doctor there at UMMC. So go when he's on shift, because I know he can take care of it.
So let me ask this. Apparently this goes upon, according to this, we're going to be in a level 3, and then there's a level 2 somewhere. Yeah. So what does it take to get a level 1?
The particulars center? I don't know. We'll have to get somebody in here to talk about exactly what levels require what kind of infrastructure there. I think a lot of it is your staff. Do you have doctors not on call, but on the facility grounds right there in the ER that can take care of every little thing that may come through?
See, Kathy, she said she's a retired nurse, done it for 44 years. And she says healthcare has changed dramatically.
And insurance, it really has, because now insurance tells the hospital, oh, this is what you're going to get. But do you remember back in the day when you went to the hospital sent you a bill, you paid a bill, and then the hospital paid the doctors and nurses and all that. Now you go to the hospital and you get a bill from the water boy, the doctor, the x-ray, the pill popper, the groundskeeper.
Yep.
Anybody else that works in there, they're going to give you a whole nother bill that you got coming in. So you don't know if you've ever paid the thing off or not.
You'll think you paid it. You'll think you paid it.
Yeah, 5 years later, boy, they come knocking on the door.
Yeah.
The name of the air care, you have PHI is one company, and Air Care is the other company.
This fella is starting to become a celebrity in our area. He's been spotted by folks near and far. As we go to the I-20 split, here he is. Over the weekend, he was spotted there. We have to bring in Brian to see if he can catch him. He caught the last goat that was a loose. I keep thinking of Andy Griffith every time this goat is spotted that ate the dynamite. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
I keep thinking of that. But
you remember Clark County had a loose goat for a while.
Sure did.
Yeah.
He was roaming the streets.
Just let him be. He may be keeping some of the people who don't need to be up under that bridge out of there.
That could be.
There's my house.
We had mentioned, this was about 3 weeks ago, somebody was coming over the overpass near going toward Queen City Truck Stop, which would be near Waters International. And they called 911 and said, I think somebody just leapt off the bridge. Well, he did, but he only went a couple of feet. He slept underneath the bridge, and he'd went over the side, and that was his home. Firefighters arrived to find basically, I guess, what you would call a homeless camp underneath the bridge. And is that illegal?
Yes.
Okay, I thought I'd ask. Just for a friend. I'm just checking.
Asking for a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My, oh my, oh my.
We got to give a special shout out this morning to Patricia Keaton. Watches us every day and just wanted to say thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful Monday.
Well, thank you. I'm trying to think.
You just brought that back. It has stirred up some
Well, I had
stuff,
somebody text me a minute ago and said, I want to see Odie in some tights, some leggings maybe. And I said, well, I got the next.
Yeah.
I get tickled every time I look at it. Is this your dry or your wetsuit?
That's my dry suit. So, yeah.
There you go.
It's
Odie to the rescue.
We're coming. Hold on.
And, as we were poking fun Friday at the chief of putting his on, is that neck thing on that? Is that really as tight as it looks?
Oh yeah.
You don't want to talk.
Well, it's got a seal it so no water goes down in there. Same with your wrist. It's got built-in boots, and so the only access point is through your wrist or through your neck. So you've got to have that seal pretty good through there.
Is it like a onesie with your feet? What's down below? I didn't look at that. It's not a full body shot there at your feet.
It continues on and turns into more or less just some footies, and then we have boots that go on top of that to use.
Do you have to have somebody zip you in that thing?
Yes, you do. The zipper goes from here all the way across and comes out over here, so it goes fully all the way across. So right up above pinnacle, you'll see
there.
The same. That's the zipper right there. And you've got some that go from hip to shoulder, or some that open and close in the back. But we got the front load, I guess you can call it.
Call that a little torture chamber is what I call that thing.
I tell you what, you get extremely hot, but once you get in the water and you get down, to depth, you get into cooler water, and you actually feel better. So, yep.
Learning more about this stuff there.
We're gonna get you down there one day, because you don't have to know how to swim. You got your own air tank. We'll make sure you've got air. So we'll get you down there. We'll get you about 30 feet and let you swim around.
That's okay. I'm good. And, I'm gonna watch it on a documentary, and I'm gonna feel good about myself.
Anyway.
Again, let me remind you folks, a man has got to know his limitations. I know mine. You get called when other people don't realize their limitations.
That's true too. Yeah. That's why we spend so much time training, and it's a good thing. You don't want to have to use our skills all the time. So we've got to really push forward and make our skills as good as we can.
I went to and let me say this when I go to accidents. When I go to an accident, I'm not there to take a picture of anybody involved. I always try, if I can, not to even get anybody in. Sometimes it's just no way avoidable not to get somebody in the background around a car. And this was kind of funny.
Yeah, most of them talk to you.
Yeah, they do. I went to this accident this weekend, and Bailey Volunteer Fire Department was on the scene. Stanley was on the scene. The Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department came up. And I know when I drove up, there was a guy that was the driver of the car, and he disappeared. So where'd he go? They go, well, he wanted to hide from you, so he got back in the car. And it was one of those boo-boos that happened. Challenger, off in the bushes it went.
Ooh,
and as you can tell, it's got major front end damage.
He was wanting some camouflage.
And it's so new that it doesn't even have a tag yet.
Ruh-roh.
Like new to me. And of course, Shrek was on the scene.
Yep, making sure it's all good.
That's a big man, y'all.
Yes, he is.
Don't make him mad.
Yeah.
But
James Billy is still around. He's still in Tombsuba. He's he's taking it easy at the house. I see him used to see him every now and then, but hadn't seen him around. But Mr. Billy's still with us, James.
No, that's good. Let's see, we had another fender bender here. This would happen here over the weekend. This was one of those, it really wasn't a lot to this. Rump row, they happen.
But you can't occupy the same space.
Sometimes that will happen, though, won't it?
Yeah, it does.
And it doesn't matter who you are, how good of a driver you are. At some point in your life, there's going to be a fender bender. It truly is. Those things just happen. It can't be avoided. That's why we got insurance and try to cover those things. On the way, we're going to tell you about some folks that have gone to the Pokey there in Kemper County.
Oh, got to go see. They didn't get to go see Harold, did they?
No, sure didn't. We'll be right back.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning to save the day. We can keep you comfortable with special savings for your home, like up to $3,000 off new HVAC systems or a tune-up for just $69. Keep the power on with a generator. Get $200 off installs and 0% financing for 60 months. We do it all at Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning and offer financing options for any repair or installation. Call for a free quote or visit us online at HeblonHeatingandCooling.com.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Welcome back to Prince Scotty. Hey, we got somebody Kemper County Sheriff's Department is looking for. It's the best picture we could get. Bench warrant. When those are out, they come a-looking. And I pronounce this Cedarius, is that right?
Yeah.
Cedarius Bohannon. Bench warrant, if you happen to know where he is, 743-2255. James Moore would love to hear from you.
Yeah.
And, have a little chat with this young fellow there. We also... let me see here. I want to talk about this one here. We had put this out from Kemper County also. This person has been taken into custody. There's one other that they're still looking for as we go to this. On Thursday, an anonymous tip led to the apprehension of Cordarius Sean Davis Lake, a corrections officer employed by the Kemper County and Neshoba Regional Correctional Facility. Oh, boy, that was a mouthful.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's a long name there. He was wanted on felony charges. Lake is accused of conspiring with an inmate to introduce marijuana and a cell phone into the facility for compensation. You can't do that. We've seen all types where people go outside, they throw things over the fence. It's eased in laundry. It is flown in by drones and then dropped in the yard.
Yeah. But I've even worked there. You see how these people live day after day. And you know if you get caught that you're going to be the one inside there.
Now, there's all types of, and I don't think you know any more than I do at this point. There's all types of talk about the East Mississippi Correctional Facility of what may or may not have happened out there. From my understanding, there's been 3 people that were in charge that were let out and they were no longer employed.
Oh.
Rumor mill. And again, I have not got this in writing, so I always call something alleged until I have it in writing in front of me, but possibly contraband tied into some of this in some shape, form, or way. We don't have the exact wording of what went on out there, but we do know there was 3 officials that were let out, terminated. Now, I don't, to my knowledge, because I don't have it on paper, I don't know that they've been charged with anything, but something went on, and so they've made a change there. And again, I've gone out with Senator Jeff Tate. I tag along on a lot with sheriff's departments, different agencies, and I went with Jeff for a surprise inspection at a off time that you would have never thought.
What y'all doing here?
It's 1 a.m, Jeff. Couldn't you pick a better time? And we went for a surprise inspection, and we found nothing. But apparently, if something did go on, it was clever. Now, at the same breath, have I had inmates contact me that were there? I absolutely have. What was told to me from the inmates is what I'm hearing happened over here. I've had inmates tell me, and again, this is alleged, inmates, and most likely were contacting me on contraband cell phones.
Probably so.
That the stuff was eased in, some stuff through the kitchen, eased down the hallways, and then distributed among inmates. Now, who's behind that, I don't know. I'm just saying that some inmates told me that that's how things move around. If you watch, what was that movie, the one I love so much,
Shawshank Redemption.
It was when they had supplies arrive, and it was hid in towels, and then... there's
been some that have said, okay, you've got a, we'll say an influential person that's in jail.
Okay.
And that he's still got some control over people on the outside.
Have a tunnel dug to him?
Well, no, but he's got a phone that he calls outside. And so he comes up to the guard and says, hey, did your significant other mention anything to you? Yeah. But I tell you what, if you want to keep them safe, you'll make sure that this is brought into me.
That does happen.
So could that be a reason why they're taking this chance to bring this stuff in?
You got a good point. What does this tell me is I don't want to be a correctional facility officer.
Well, why don't you say, okay, you need to give, somehow or another they got to be isolated and made sure that they have no way to contact the outside.
And you know who else gets into this? Is those people at the border in customs. Y'all don't know what those guys go through.
Yep.
And I don't know the answer to that. But they are threatened by cartels and whatnot, as you put that.
Yeah. So it's always something you got to think about.
Is Carl drinking the Kool-Aid there?
Yeah, he said Epstein took it himself.
Huh.
He may have had
a little help there. You really want to do this, don't you?
Yeah.
I don't. But people do. Jail is not a great place. Let's just.
So Brian says that a lot of it is money and love, and I've always said you get what you pay for. If you have a law enforcement, that too.
I heard Charlie Sheen talk about that one time.
Poor fella. If you've got a law enforcement officer and you give him the responsibility of a law enforcement officer and you pay him $30,000 a year, then you got a guy that comes up and says, hey, I'm going to have a car come through here and stop at a couple of places and do some things, and I need you to go on that side of the town and don't ever mess with these folks, and here's $50,000.
It'd be a star employee.
That fella would be, wow, I can almost double my yearly just by turning my head. And my family's going to be took care of. That's why I believe that our law enforcement officers should be paid more. Instead of just free mailbox money going out to people sitting on the porch, I think money ought to be sent to the people who's protecting all of us, and that's our law enforcement. Because if you pay somebody very minimal somebody can come along and buy them off. I'm not saying every cop will do that.
Oh, no, you're not.
But there's some of them out there that will. Your child gets to in the hospital and it said, you got to be $30,000 for your life saving for your son, and you're sitting there going, I know how I can get it.
But as we went back to that of border agents and people in there, people threatening to harm your family if you don't do this, that is a very, very common tactic, without a doubt there. We got more coming up. We can't solve the world's problem. We like to give little hints there, way to fix them sometimes. We'll be right back.
But we can let you know what they are.
Yes, we can.
On a hot day chasing crime in Meridian, to make a man thirsty, there's no better way than an ice-cold Coca-Cola to quench your thirst.
Or an ice-cold Diet Coke if you prefer that flavor.
No matter where you're at, stop by a local store and support that store and Meridian Coca-Cola. They're supporting us every day.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Everything starts with a great grill, cookware, and accessories. Add in locally sourced meat and dairy, frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, and daybeds and have fun with our cornhole boards. From animal print coolers to authentic Louis Vuitton purses, we have what you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and this is Odie. I want to bring attention to a situation me and Odie bumped into each other late Saturday night. This was, I don't even remember the time, but it was.
I think it started around 10.
10-ish. We will end up on Highway 80, and we want prayer sent for this fella because he's in a very critical point. Now, I'm going to show you some video. And I want to be, it doesn't show anything it shouldn't, but it shows what emergency workers go through. The first one is a mile one here of them at the ambulance. And then I'm going to show you the scene of what it takes to get someone. This is the ambulance on scene for Metro. This is the side of Highway 80 as emergency officials arrive on the scene here. And I know that's a little loud. They're getting blankets. Was one of the things that was gotten out here, some blankets to take down to the gentleman that is below in the ditch. Now, as we look at these pictures, I want to get to this video. It's going to come up in just a second. Here's what, and I'll let you kind of describe. This man is at the bottom of the road
ravine,
here, and it's 15 feet at least.
He's down there, and there's no way, because of the incline, there's no way to carry him up without having some assistance. And so that's where ropes come in, doing 4-to-1, 3-to-1 Z rigs, whatever, it's mechanical advantage, to help our teams pick him up and be able to get the teams get him up safely.
All right, now let me hit play on this. And as you can tell, that's Wayne helping out there. And as you can tell, that is not easy what they're doing here.
And you got to do it to where you're gentle on him.
And this is the ambulance service also that had been down there working on him, getting him to the top. So there was a lot of work that went in to get him street side again. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, so they had to go down and stabilize him, take care of his immediate medical needs, stabilize him on a board, and then get to where he could make that transition up to the road and then be put on a stretcher before getting in the ambulance.
Now, what happened there? This man was on a bicycle, and he was struck by a car. The car stopped immediately when it happened, and they called police. They came out. But where he was lying, let me say, had they not stopped, you would have never found him.
No.
Not in time.
Not in time. Just glad that they stopped. it didn't do anything wrong or nothing illegal.
No, and that's what you do.
It was an accident. But if you're riding your bike at night and you've got a reflector, those are great. But you've got to have a light hit that reflector just right to notice that it's something. Get you, especially now, an LED battery-operated flashing light or anything that constantly stays on that warns people that there's something up there ahead of them. Prayers go out to this fella, and prayers go out to the ones that accidentally hit him, because I know it's tough on them.
That's correct,
man. But prayers for everybody.
That was a tough one there. And let me see here. Let me and I'm going to show you a little bit of this. I was out, and I think I need to play Odie in case anybody hadn't seen it. The video that I made from Lauderdale with the Sheriff's Department this weekend.
Yeah.
They were set up on detail, and when I say detail, they're checking driver's license, and everybody that came through was extremely nice. Showed the license, handed it to. It was no problems whatsoever.
That's what it takes. Here's my driver's license. Look at it, give it back to me, and we'll all go on our way, and we can go finish whatever our plans were.
It was a huge law enforcement presence in Lauderdale this weekend, and it was just numerous vehicles checked. They were out in full force doing this.
So let me say this, because a lot of people is going to come up and say, well, they ought to be on the streets, patrolling the streets, and not just sitting there doing that. This is a federally funded program. So these are not officers or deputies that are on shift that night or would be on shift that night. These guys are being paid from a separate grant. They're getting paid for their time, but it comes from a separate pot of money than our regular payroll for the Sheriff's Department. And those are not being officers or deputies that are being taken off of the street that's working that night to do this. Totally separate. So I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that these aren't just part of the ones who are working a normal shift that night.
And as I've done some video with this, and I followed the Sheriff's Department into Lauderdale, and they were checking. They went with ABC was there, alcohol, and they were on board, and they checked local bars in the area to make sure everybody was compliant. We followed behind with this, and this is about 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'm going to play this video. I think it's well worth watching here.
Yeah.
And Odie, for some reason, the desktop Odie audio is not working. I've got
desktop Odie ain't working.
Yeah, I don't know why that's not working there. So I've got to get that fixed. For whatever reason, that's not playing there.
Now that's on the Facebook page. So
yes,
Scotty Ray Report Facebook. You can go down there and watch that little segment. But
here we go. Let's just you'll be able to. We'll talk over this while this is happening here. Yeah, okay. Let me hit play here. And this was in Lauderdale as the Sheriff's Department arrived to check everything. And there was a heap of them. Mm-hmm. And they're doing their job here. They're not there to harm anybody.
Y'all pay them to take care of our citizens, and you pay them to uphold the law that they were sworn to do.
And then
that's
again,
what they're doing.
They check numerous drivers. If you're driving a car, they get you out and let you walk that line there. And that's just one of the many things that they do. What does that do? It keeps you from being hit from someone that may be impaired. This guy, he was nice as he could be. I met a lot of friends while I was there that I knew that night. Nice as they could be. I enjoyed that out there, being out there, and it shows what the Sheriff's Departments do. We've got the MPD. We were out with them just a few weeks ago when they did one. We have not heard from Eric Clark and Jody. We hadn't been offered that chance to stand there in the road. What's going on?
Yeah, what y'all doing? It takes 2 minutes of your time to stop and say, hey, how are you? Here's my driver's license. Y'all check it. And, all right, thank you. Y'all be safe, and I'm going to leave. It doesn't, and everybody's happy.
Now, would I have to dig for my insurance card? Yep. I don't know. Angie tells me to put it a certain place, but I got it, I promise you.
Now I'll tell you what I do have, just in case.
Did you do the smart thing?
No, I don't know where my auto.
Oh, I thought you took a
is.
picture of it and kept it on your phone.
No, I need to do that one day, but so here's my wallet.
I don't see any money.
I ain't got no money. Before you open up my wallet and get my driver's license, my helicopter insurance card is right there. So if something happens and they go to look for my driver's license, they've got to take out my helicopter insurance card. And then they can at least say, well, if he got to have a helicopter, call these people.
Yeah, I also got a sticker from them. Did you get the little sticker
that goes on the back of your vehicle? Yeah.
I got that in the glove box that I've been meaning to put on, too.
They just got to look in the glove box. I put that dude right in front of my driver's license because they're going to look for my driver's license.
Yeah.
And then they're going to find it. Hey, he's got insurance. Go ahead and call him one.
Whether you've gone to jail or if you're bald, they're going to look for that.
They're going to look at
that wallet. We'll be right back. We got birthdays. Have you gotten yours to us yet?
Yes. Y'all bring it on.
On a hot day chasing crime in Meridian, to make a man thirsty, there's no better way than an ice-cold Coca-Cola to quench your thirst.
Or an ice-cold Diet Coke if you prefer that flavor.
No matter where you're at, stop by a local store and support that store and Meridian Coca-Cola. They're supporting us every day.
I want to tell you.
Somebody put on there and says, that Diet Coke ain't working for Greg. Y'all should have seen him. Y'all should have seen him before he started Diet Coke. He's lost some weight.
Bless it. That was a fun commercial that was made that day.
Yes, it was. We definitely had fun making that one.
All right, how many birthdays we got today?
We got a few of them. We've got a very, very special birthday today.
Who is it?
Happy 76th birthday to Ann Vick, my mother-in-law.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, so I know she's watching this morning from down there in L.A., so good morning, Mom. I hope you have a wonderful birthday today. Sorry we couldn't make it down this weekend.
So it's Mom
but I had to
now?
go call. I call her Mom. So
my mother-in-law asked me not to ever say that.
don't even come around. Huh?
Don't do that.
Carrie Smith's got a birthday. Jeff Lewis had a birthday yesterday.
You kidding me?
No, he wouldn't even tell us. I had to do some research. And of course, Lou Cobbler, we talked about her Friday, but she has to put up with Clayton, so I figured we'll say happy birthday to her.
Boy, she needs a double shot.
So yesterday, yeah. And Mark Boger, a.k.a. Booger. You know, everybody knows him.
I have often wanted to ask him how he got that nickname.
Well, because people didn't know how to pronounce Boger.
And he became
Booger.
So
they just said Booger.
It had nothing to do with, what was that TV show? Revenge of the Nerds?
Well, that was one I'm
Booger.
Yeah, I don't think so. But he had a birthday Saturday. Billy and Leslie Snowden celebrated 19 years. Peggy Duncan, 83 years old.
She taught me school.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, Northeast High School.
Her grandson, Gary Van Cummins, turns 33 today. So
great family.
Yes, it is. Now, is Gary Van, is he a junior? Because I know his daddy Gary, but I don't know if his middle name's Van.
I don't know the answer to that.
That's a good
Karen
one.
didn't give me that inside
didn't tell
info.
us everything there. Joshua DeBoard, 25, and Marilyn Bale had a birthday yesterday. So happy birthday and anniversary to everybody out there. Yeah.
All right, I guess it sounds. They're talking about Coca-Cola's in the bottle. I love that bottle of Coca-Cola.
You can't beat that.
No, it is my favorite among anything in this whole wide world when it comes to a drink. I absolutely love that.
And Carnival Cruise Line is getting Coca-Cola back.
Oh, they are?
Whoop, whoop.
I don't know if you saw this headline from over the weekend. Dog the Bounty Hunter.
His grandson. Step-grandson. Yeah.
His son accidentally, somehow or another, when they were dealing with a weapon, it discharged and killed his step-grandson. 13 years old, I believe.
Yeah, that's sad. And you know, some tragedy there.
Did you know dogs been married 6 times?
No, I didn't.
I stopped short opening my mouth there. 6 times.
I thought him and Beth was married. No, I knew that might have been the
died.
second one. She died.
Yeah. So apparently he was married several, because all those kids were grown. You remember when?
Yeah.
So there had to be several babies' mamas. Isn't that the slang that's used now, baby mama?
Baby mamas, yeah. Baby
That's
mama or
very
baby
slang.
daddy.
That is so much slang. There's no other way to
You
word
never
that.
thought that you'd hear somebody just say, "That's my baby daddy," or my
And that
baby
is
mama.
in the regular news these days. That's no longer just used.
And so's baby mama. Oh, well, what do you expect when you have TV shows going pregnant and 13? Or what do they call it? What's the name of that thing?
Pregnant and 16 or 16
something
pregnant,
like
something
that.
like that.
Yeah, and people are celebrating.
Let's talk about the kiss cam. That is, the memes are absolutely hilarious.
What's that ball team that's got that fuzzy green character with the long snout?
You got me. I don't know.
Anyway, they did a video at a ball game where it was two of them, and they recreated it. Oh, it was funny.
I have seen it. Somebody made one with Trump and Elon. That was pretty good. But this is Swept the Nation. If you don't know what we're talking about, it was a couple who were both married, seen at a Coldplay concert, and the kiss cam went to them. They were holding and loving, and then they went, whoop, as soon as the camera hit them.
That's it, Terry. Phillies. Yeah. Y'all go look that up. That was a funny remake. But he has put in his resignation.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
the
sir.
board said, yes, we will accept that. She has been put on leave.
Well, see, she's head of HR, and he was the CEO.
He was co-founder of this. He done lost his own company.
And they showed the picture of his wife, and then he was having the illustrious alleged affair with, and the wife is so much prettier. I mean, she really was.
Yeah, you're
beautiful,
supposed to go up.
ladylike, I might say there. And man, treat your husband good. Be nice to him. We don't know what led to this, but that was the picture that cost a whole lot of money there. Jobs, marriages, have mercy, have mercy. But it is the latest thing. It is hilarious now. If you're not one of them two, it's really funny to everybody else.
Y'all go look that up with the Phillies, though, with them green characters. The mascots.
Kiss Cam mascot.
Phillies. Yeah, try that. Kiss Cam mascot. Coldplay mascot, something like that.
Let's see what this does.
There it is right there.
Images, let's see.
That's it, the first one.
This one, right. New York Post.
So they did the whole video of that. and so when it come around for them to do the kiss cam, he jumped down and she turned around and going hiding her face.
Have you seen the Miss Piggy one and
Kermit?
No, the bear. What was the bear?
Oh, the press?
Yeah.
Gonzo had the snoot. Oh, come on.
I would have thought it was Kermit also, but they used the press bear.
Well, I guess her and Kermit had that thing going on. So what's the bear's name? Well, I don't know that because he was the press. He had the hat.
It just slips me.
We need to get that on top of your hat. Press. Fuzzy.
But that one was funny also. So we expect more of this up and coming. I saw one with Bill Clinton. I can't remember who it was because there's been so many in real life.
I was going to say something, but I'm not going to do that.
Keeping that to yourself?
Yeah. It's a family show.
We cannot thank y'all enough for late, but
Fozzie, not Fuzzy. Fozzie Bear.
Fozzie Bear.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. I would have never remembered that.
No, not until we got off air.
Yeah, then it always comes back. Oh, yeah. But if you see those floating around, that's what that's about. And then, the lead singer of Coldplay goes, hey, they're either having an affair or they're really shy. And
y'all the ones that went there.
Yes, sir, and showed public affection. What do they call that? PDA?
PDA. Public display of affection.
That's what it means, PDA. I was looking for a calculator the first time I heard that. Where's it? PDA. You have to explain things to me sometimes.
Yeah, something.
That was the weekend runt row. Is that the best way to word that?
Yeah, y'all might as well stick together now.
Yeah, too late.
You ain't gotten their job.
What was that couple that worked for NBC or one of them that done the morning show together?
Oh, yeah. I can't remember.
I don't know if either one of them are working yet.
Yeah, I think they went on down south somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But,
well,
yeah.
As we come to the conclusion of the show, Odie, have you found us a Bible verse?
Well, let's say we hit the button and it generated us Jeremiah 31:25. I will refresh the weary and satisfy the faint. No matter what we do, Jesus is always there to be with us, to carry us, to pick us up. And every morning, if we wake up and talk to Him and ask Him for forgiveness for what we've done the day before and walk with us throughout the day, He will give us rest and He will refresh us to start our day with Him beside us. Y'all have a wonderful Monday. We'll be back for Tuesday. Remember, we love you and we want you to have a safe day. See you tomorrow.